Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be talking about how to use your computer, your external display, and your projector screen all together in order to use Google Meet in extended desktop mode. Now right now we're in mirror mode. You can see that all of our screens here look exactly the same. But there's a great way that you can use extended desktop mode to kind of get a little bit more bang for your buck, so to speak. Now we can flip between using mirror mode and extended desktop mode by holding down Command and tapping on F1 over here. Now if you haven't watched how to use this setup in mirror mode, I strongly urge you to go back and check it out in the playlist. So let's go ahead and flip over to extended desktop mode. And just so you know, I've got my phone over here simulating what it would look like for somebody at home as they're joining your class remotely. So let's hold down Command and tap F1 and get started. Your screens will flash black for a second while they switch over into an extended desktop mode. And here you'll see our main screen and of course the home view over here, followed by a kind of blank desktop here and another one behind us. Because how these are working is that they're working and kind of to hold you a space for whatever we're going to drag over to them. And in order to kind of get them to play nice and show what we want them to show, we need to sneak into system preferences. So let's come on over here to our Mac. I'm going to minimize this screen here, and we're going to go down to System Preferences, which is right down here in the dock. It's this little gear icon. And if for some reason you don't have it, you can always get it just by going all the way up to the top left-hand corner of the screen and going into, right over here, going into System Preferences. It's going to pop up a window, and I'm just going to drag this out of the way a little bit, and we're going to go down to where it says Displays, and we're focusing on the section that says Arrangement, and that means hopefully exactly what it sounds like. Arrangement is how our displays are set up together. Now if you notice, we've got 1, 2, 3 in a nice line with this white little bar on the top. But let's just drag this over to it. Let's say you start yours up and it looks like this. Or it looks like in any other combination other than this screen in the middle. What you want to do is grab it so that our screen with our white bar here at the top is in the middle. And what that bar signifies is it means it's whatever your main screen is. So watch as I click on this. See how the whole edge of my screen, the whole border there flashes red? That's so it lets you know which screen is which. So it's a great way to be able to tell. So now if I click on one of the other screens, if I look, I'll see that this screen over here to the right of my main screen is actually my external display, which means the smartboard, if I click on it here, is actually the one all the way over here on the far right. So I'm going to take this and drag it over here. And the reason we do this is because these displays are connected to our Mac kind of almost like an invisible line that ends here on the right and on the left edge of the screen. So while we drag things over, they're going to pop up over there. So let me show you. I'm going to open up our Google Meet again, and I'm going to grab this window, and I'm going to start to drag it over to the right edge of the screen. Now watch as I drag over. It's going to kind of start to disappear, and it's going to reappear over here on the external display. And then if I want to drag it back, I just have to click on it and drag it back to the left. It's going to pop back up over here. And then if I want to put it on to the big screen over there, I'm going to drag it the opposite way, over off to the left edge of the screen, keep going, and there it shows up on the big screen. Now this is helpful for a couple reasons. Now let me show you. I'm going to bring this back, we're going to put it back over on the desktop, and we're going to drag it off to the right over onto the external display. We're going to make this full screen, and we're going to leave it there. And the reason we're doing this is because I'm going to stay there on the screen no matter what we're showing. So let me show you. I'm going to take my mouse, and this is where some people have a hard time. You can see the mouse kind of right there. I'm just going to bring it back over off to the left of the screen. It's going to pop up over here onto the computer. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up another tab in Google Chrome. You'll notice I have Chrome over here on the right with myself. I'm going to grab it, just drag it back over to my screen over here. And let's say that I need to pull up the main page for SCH Academy. So let's pull it up here. Let's go, you know what, even better, let's use Slides Carnival since I was there recently. Slides Carnival is a great way for you to get some templates for different Google Slides and even PowerPoint if you're using that. So here it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this onto the main screen. I'm going to drag it off to the left. It's going to pop up and show up over here on the big screen in just a second, if I can find where I am over here. See, even I have a hard time sometimes. You're going to grab the big gray area here, and there it goes over onto the big screen. Beautiful. And then we're going to make it full screen. so that everybody in the class can see it. Let me take a step back a minute so you can see what's going on here. So here is the people at home. That's what they would see currently. And then here is the main screen here that I have our PowerPoint on, our Slides Carnival. And what we're going to do is come over to our Google Meet by moving our mouse off to the right of the screen to go get that. We're going to bring it over here. We're going to click and move down to where it says Present Now over there in the bottom corner. See, just like it normally does. We're going to click on that. And one of our options here is going to be present your entire screen or a tab or a window. We're going to choose a tab. And the tab that we're going to choose is going to be that Slides Carnival. So as I move my mouse over to it, I'm going to click on it and then click on Share. And what's going to happen is when we do that, on this main screen right here, it'll say you're presenting your screen, and then you will see the person over at home. You'll see whatever they see. You'll see them. In this case, it's me. I'm right over here. And then what they see on the screen is right here. They're seeing only that Slides Carnival. And the reason it's like it's portrait mode like that is because my phone is standing up. If I were to flip it over the long way, it would be much wider. It would look like that. But what's great about this is when you're doing your virtual class, if you have them in this external display, they will always be up on there, and then you can always have this over here. So you kind of have like a dedicated spot for whoever is watching along at home, and then you can also have them be able to see what's going on here. So it allows you to kind of get the most out of the real estate on this screen and the most out of the real estate on this screen, while still giving the people at home the full experience as if they were following along with what's on the screen in the actual classroom. So you do have a lot going on here. It requires some window management, some getting used to using the external displays, and also a little bit of dexterity to drag everything around. So it does take a little bit of practice, but it is a really, really neat feature. And if you still, like, if you're somebody who loves external desktop mode, you can use it with this. It just takes a little bit of work. And if you have run into any questions or you have any problems, by all means, send us an email over at tech@sch.org and we'll get you started. But with our new classroom streaming setup, you can use it in both mirror mode and extended desktop mode. It all depends what you're most comfortable with.